Gentlemen, how you doing? This is Zo Williams, man. I got a new show. I want to tell you guys a little bit about it. It's the Relationship Rehab Hour. I know a lot of you guys are in relationships that are horrible. And I'm here to kind of walk you through hell, so to speak. I won't be wearing the gasoline draws. You will, but I will be your personal relationship fireman. I don't know. That was fun. Anyway, I'm doing a new show here on the Global Story Network. I got a hotline for you to call right now. If you're going through any sort of relationship consternation, I'm your I need you guys to call me right now. I can see you guys coming in on my little chat room here. And let me give you a little background about me really quickly. I do fight people. That's one of the misnomers about a lot of relationship experts, specialists, or whatever. They expect them to be in perfect relationships. They expect them to be perfect people with perfect answers. I don't have any of that. I do have a unique set of skills on the Liam Neeson side of the game. The first book was written after a terrible breakup in 2011. The book is called The Relationship Dismount. How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. Oh, so many people have terrible relationship dismount. They go through some things to prevent you from redoing the same routine and sticking the landing horribly. 2015 is when it came out. And then my latest book came out in 2019 on Valentine's Day. Isn't it perfect? Valentine. The number to dial again is 818-295-2130. I want to get your calls. I want to hear what you guys think. We got a couple of people in here right now, and I'm waiting for you guys to pick up that phone line. The moment you do, I will answer your call and deal with whatever your issues are. Number one, I'm not traditional. People ask me, do you believe in marriage? No. Why? Yeah, I mean, you can love somebody, you can be with somebody, and it's all fine, but you want to turn marriage into the Super Bowl of relationships, where everybody gets a ring and a title. No. Love is the key. Well, in a society that is, in my opinion, torn apart by wealth calcification, the happiest people are the wealthiest. It's a scientific fact. Relationships last longer when there's money. Or in married, where's the vacation coming from? So it's a very difficult thing. Do I believe in love? Yes. I believe it's exceedingly rare. Not something you can just package together. A lot of people think if I have all of those things in the line, I catch. What about your unhealed relationship with your father? That's going to show up after the degree loses its luster. And a lot of people have a difficult time facing these, particular issues. I'm here to walk you through them. This, again, is the Global Network. The phone line to dial is 818-295-2130. A lot of you guys who are watching right now listen to my shows about various The Voice of Reason, great show. We cover all types of relationship issues. But if you want to get your one-on-one get down with Zo Williams, now's the time to do it. 818-295-2130. Now, the second book, The Holographic Relationship, is a follow-up to The Relationship Discount. Holographic relationship has a basic principle, and it's based off of hologram. I'll tell you. Hologram means whole writing in Greek. Whole writing. What does that got to do with relationship? Well, your whole story is written all over you once you walk into the relationship. But we've been taught to put our best foot forward. This is just a euphemism for wearing a mask. It's a performance. It's a dance. can't know about the child support. She can't know about the alimony. She can't know about these things. I'm going to have to wear my best tie. I'm going to have to pitch my best lie. Right? That's the way it works. Yeah, I think we got a caller here. Let me see. Caller. Do I pick up this thing here? Or no? Somebody help me before I hang up on him. I hung up on him. Call us back. The number to dial is 818-295-2130. People ask, so do you believe that trust is essential? No. Trust is based on fear. Predictability. I need to be able to trust you. No, you need me to be able to mine. What are those guys, those security guys with the brown security uniforms? They don't have a gun. I'm just going to report. Fears are here. Let me see. We got a caller here. Caller, you're on the line.
Zo, what's the deal, man? I'm calling because I'm running the show. People can't hear you on YouTube right now, bro.
Oh, they can't hear me.
What's going on? Nah, I'm trying to hear what's going on. You know, I'm about this shit. Dude, I've been sitting there every fucking week.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, I can't hear my name. I just sound following on the video right now. So I'm like, what's going on?
Wow, they can't hear me.
They can't hear you. I'm definitely not hearing you. You know, you want to pass me everything. So,
All right, well, let's see if I can make sure we get some kind of audio happening for you right now. But
and then let me call back so I can weigh in on the topic. I don't even know what's going on yet.
there we go then. We're going to make it happen, man. Don't you worry.
All right, for sure. Peace, bro.
All right.
Caller. Oh, we missed him. Let's see. Well, we just hang up down here, I guess. Yeah, there we go. All right, so too bad you guys couldn't hear me. We're going to do it all over again. This is a new show called Zo Williams Relationship Rehab on the Global Story Network. I hope you guys can hear me now. The number to dial is 818-295-2130. I'm doing one-on-one personal relationship coaching while giving you some insight into what I think. I was talking about trust being somewhat of, I would say, a relationship pothole. Fear. Trust is based on fear. Trust is based on predictability. I got to be able to trust you. Well, then they say, well, Zo, trust and loyalty go hand in hand. Loyalty's a lie. People are loyal to resources. They're not loyal to you. Have no resources and see how many people will stay loyal. Be broke. You know how many homeless people are? Everybody's left them because they're homeless. Oh, God, there's nothing there. I can't build on that. Loyalty is related to resources. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Seattle, you're in the building. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excellent. What's the deal? Oh, the abortion law. Huh. Let me just say this, man, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to try to be ginger. Here's the reality. I did. Here's the reality. Kids are expensive, right? What's it going to cost? A couple $1 million? Raise a kid, right? Why would you torture a child? Right? I'm poor. I don't have anything. Let me bring a kid into the world. Why would you do that? And I'm speaking specifically of African Americans. We have 2.6% of the nation's wealth. 2% of that is in the hands of baby boomers. The other 0.6% is in the hands of everybody else. Again, if you do the Margaret Sanger research, yes, Planned Parenthood was a part of the eugenics movement. She considered black people to be socially imbecilic, and she saw using Planned Parenthood as a way to legally neuter and spade black people. So I totally get it. But at the same time, does it make reasonable, rational forward that I can't raise properly, that I can't educate properly? So you see, you're like in a catch-22 situation here, correct? It's a catch-22. It's like, yeah, I want to have kids. I want to grow the our community's numbers. But if you're having a community of people that can't provide for themselves, that can't educate themselves, and when I say educate themselves, when I say provide for themselves, now we're talking about ownership. We're talking about real estate. We're talking about industry. If you don't own the industry, you're a perpetual employee, subject to the whims of the anal retentive boss that'll say, get the fuck out of here, buddy. Now you got to go home to your kids and say, Christmas is canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not the author of your society, then you're subject to the rules that are put in place by the people that either like you or not. Oh, we don't really like niggas today. So, fuck it. Niggas will be neutered. That's Margaret. Was that not Margaret Sanger's whole movement? All right. Is it 2042? I think that's the number. 2042 has been projected that white Americans will be the bona fide official minority, ethnically speaking, in America. Mm-hmm. Sure. Certain kind of Hispanic. Okay. Who's the boxer? I love this boxer, right? There's a certain faction of one of those guys. There's racism in Mexico. Sure. There's a whole group of melanated or brown Mexicans that you can't say, okay, well, there's African ancestry there. You could see that. But then you have Latinos that identify with the Spanish side more so than they do with the native side. And when we say native, we're talking exactly. So yeah, it's a group of those people out there. But at the end of the day, do you see the conundrum the abortion argument puts us in as African Americans? Right. So I think the female governor out of Alabama was protecting white babies for the future. You guys can't have them. Fuck it. No abortions. We got to catch up. 2042 is coming. We gotta have a fighting chance. Isn't it crazy? I don't think they did it for black people. I think it was more like, jeez, 2042, right? But here's a corresponding stat here. By the year 2053, it has been forecast that African Americans and Latinos will be worth nothing by 2043. By 2053. Now, we broke down the numbers from Slate.com and from the Justice Department and from the CDC that breaks down the economic wealth gap. 90% of the nation's wealth is in the hands of white people. There are over 10 million white families with $1 million or more liquid. You only need $300,000 to get into the top 1% of black families in America. So you only need $300,000 to get into the top 1%. In other words, being able to have $300,000 liquid. Like, I have $300,000 cash. Do you know Jeff Bezos' parents were able to give him a $300,000 loan to start Amazon with an understanding that there was an 85% chance that they weren't going to be able to give that money. He wasn't going to be able to give that money back. How many black people you know? Okay, kid, go out there and start the hot dog stand. Here's $300,000. Don't worry if you make it back or not.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Most black men got truck companies, barbershops. It's like we only live
Hustle.
in
It makes sense?
this third.
All right, brother. I appreciate the call. Thank you for reaching out, man. Great call. Yo, you're listening to Zo's Relationship Rehab. I'm going to tell you the truth. You might not like it. I mean, it might be a little abrasive from time to time. Might be using words I shouldn't be using. I don't know. The number to dial. 818-295-2130. Call me right now if you're going through a relationship issue. It appears that you guys can hear me now, and I appreciate that. But call me, man. Let's have a conversation. I'm on the Global Story Network. Zo Williams is going to come with a brand new show on a totally different network, hour-long, one-on-one, dealing with your favorite, what should I call myself? Street scholar. Spirit wanderer. I don't know. Listen, call me right now. The number to dial, 818-295-2130. I want to talk to you. And again, that guy brought up a great point about abortions. First off, we got to stop the argument that men can't tell women what to do with their bodies. Let me tell you why you got to stop that argument. You got to stop that argument in the same way that a lot of women have to stop arguing about Trump. You can't say, oh, he's a pussy grabber. Yes, he likes grabbing pussies, as I think most men, heterosexual men, do. Pussy grabbing it's nice. But you can't say he can't do that, he can't be that, and then 54%, 52% of white women go out and vote for him. You can't say, oh, these 25 male lawmakers in Alabama are wrong, and then turn around and have the female white governor sign off. Can you say conundrum? Again, it appears that white women vote with white male policy to keep the status quo in place. Then white women will call on black women to join them in the feminist fight against the evil patriarch, and then go back home to their white husbands and do their bidding. And quiet as kept, Black America, your narrative is whatever the white man says. I know. I know you don't want to hear this today. It's early. It's a Saturday. I know you don't want to hear it. But you got to be honest. That's what's happening. Right? Unless you grow your own grapes, your own carrots and Brussels, unless you got your own farms, you can't really dictate what the law is going to be. So if I ask you, what does your relationship beliefs look like? And say if I ask you, give me 10, and 5 of them come from Walt Disney, the other 5 are from Babyface and 90s R&B music, then you don't have a real relationship. You have a fantasy-based relationship. One is being more socially aware, culturally aware, and then you have to ask questions. Here's a great question. Why does a man have to wait, or why when the woman wants the sex just as much as the man? Set the 3-month... Who set the 90-day rule that anybody in 90 days? Hell, you've been living with yourself for however long. No. So you think you're going to have a really good... Nobody seems to question that. Well, Steve Harvey took a little credit for it, put it in a book. How to Think Like a Man, as if that's going to be effective for women getting, and possible to get a man by thinking like him. A woman that thinks like a dude, that would be a dyke. That would be a stud. Like, I crack myself up. Anyway, listen, Relationship issues, I'm here to deal with them right now. The number to dial, 818-295-2130. That's 818-295-2130. I'm taking your calls right now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm on the Global Story Network. This is Zo Williams' new relationship show, the Relationship Rehab Hour. If you haven't gotten a copy of either the holographic relationship or the relationship dismount, you got to go get it now. You can get that relationship dismount on Amazon as well as paperback. I think it's also on iBooks or something weird like that. It's critically acclaimed. I think we got another caller here. Let's get him on the line. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. What's happening? Wow, what did I do? Mm-hmm. Well, tell me, how? Okay, I could smoke a bag of that if I smoked. Hey, listen, let me tell you. Did you write one chapter of the Bible? Just one. Did you? No, you heard me. Did you write one chapter of the Bible? Just one. Who did? The majority or the minority? Well, hopefully, I helped you along that journey, man, and I appreciate you taking the time to call me, man. That was. Mm-hmm. That's good, though. That's good. It's fine. It's totally okay, brother. I got you.
And I won't give up on my struggle because you bring life, brother. Please keep being that key.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the call, fam. Wow. That was moving. The number to dial, 818-295-2130. Call me right now. Whatever relationship issues, if you've read the relationship dismount or the holographic relationship, call me. If you got questions, any of that, let's deal with it right now. I'm on a new network. I think I like this place. You know, fancy little studio. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the Global Story Network, Zo Williams Relationship Rehab Hour. Again, the number to dial, 295-2130 in the 818 area code. Again, the reason why I asked that guy about authorship, a lot of people say, oh, black people wrote the Bible. Do you have the original black manuscript of the Bible? See, we want to believe a lot of things. And I was telling a young lady earlier today, I said, be careful what you believe. Be careful of what you believe. Caller, call me back. I see you trying to get in. The number to dial one more time is 818-295-2130. Always say, prove it. Show us. Right? If you believe that we wrote the Bible, I believe that black people wrote the Bible. But have I seen the original black manuscript? I don't know. We got callers. Let's go. Authorship of your life equals freedom. If you're reading King James's version, you're King James's ward. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Dana.
Dana from Pasadena. What up, Dana from Dina?
Hey, how are you?
I'm alive and well. How are you, baby girl?
Great. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you for the love, sugar pie.
Your grandbaby's so cute.
You saw my grandbaby. Lord, she is gorgeous.
Congrats on new achieving all of his dreams.
Oh, well, thank you. This has turned into a personal call. You done let everybody know that you know me. They can't?
No, the people in the chat room, they can't hear you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
10 years, so they don't know that I'm talking to you.
They don't know that. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm sorry. I wish I could help them.
I don't have any relationship questions, and my feminine is on the Bible. It's from a fairy tale.
Ah, got it. Well,
Fairy tale. That's what I mean. Fairy tale. So.
okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in and
You
sharing.
are just want to support your new venture and give you a shout out.
Well, you know I love you. We'll talk soon, okay?
Aw. All right, bye.
All right. Well, for them not being able to hear me, we're getting some callers. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, this is Aaron Spencer from Brooklyn, New York.
What up? BK in the house. Brooklyn in the house.
Yeah, this is Mr. Zo Williams. How y'all doing, man?
Man, we chilling. What's the word?
Nothing much. I think we were on the subject of relationships. Can I get that correct before I
Yes.
throw my question out there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've just been dating this young lady for about 2 years now. She got kids of her own. I have none of mine. And, she had lost her job. She was making about $10,000 a month at AT&T. And I guess my question is, after she had lost her job, it was solely off of my income. And, kids are spoiled, so forth and so on, and here and there problems such as so forth. But she's an Aries. How do you get an Aries woman to kind of, I guess, conform to you?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Not
An Aries woman? What?
Come on, we're both Gemini.
It's not going to
So
happen.
like,
It's not going to happen.
what?
It's not.
So what should I do?
Let me tell you, man. Aries women are passionate. They're smart. That's probably why she likes you.
She's a hustler.
Yeah.
She's a hustler, yeah.
Great starters, poor finishers. They start a whole bunch of shit. But now, how effectively she finishes these things, that's an entirely different thing. Right?
Yeah, right, absolutely.
But trying to get them to conform to anything is futile. You're a Gemini. You understand that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, when you said that sounded like taboo to me. I'm like, damn, I wouldn't support any shit.
If I was you, I would just enjoy the company and the sex. It's going to be good.
Yeah, absolutely right. So marriage is like out of the question.
I didn't say that.
Oh wait, you said just enjoy the sex.
Yeah, that might lead to marriage.
These things. I understand too.
Look,
but finances, as you know, is a big part of marriage. That's why I was kind of coming at you at that question. I'm sorry, I didn't
let me ask you
the right way.
So let me ask you this: are you guys both African American?
Yeah.
Right. You guys got 100 grand between you?
Yeah. Well, okay.
So no.
65 for me and probably like 30 for her.
Okay.
We're almost there.
So look, hey, the money's going to be tight. So you're going to have to rely on other aspects of the relationship. I always ask people, can you identify other relationship currencies other than money? So do you guys have understanding? Do you guys have great communication? Do you guys respect each other? Do you consider one another? Do you appreciate each other's company? All of that is what's going to make the relationship possible. Right. Money is great. We all need it. Money is a part of the movement here in America. Yes.
Right. Absolutely.
But you heard me say earlier, or maybe you didn't, black people only have 2.6% of the nation's wealth.
Yeah, I heard that part. It kind of hurt.
So if we don't have any money, we better have love.
Right.
Shit.
Right, yo. Generational wealth, man. We gotta start that cycle. You're absolutely right, man.
So people don't understand that. So let me just give you a couple more tips before you get out of here.
Yeah.
People think money is about earning, working, acquiring. No, money, the number one way people get money in America is through inheritance. It's transference.
Right.
And if you don't have a house or something, a corner liquor store or something to pass on, you're pretty much going to be struggling.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, struggle feels much better when you're in love than it does when you're not. You really got to have that. All right?
Absolutely right. Thank you.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. Listen, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm telling you to call me right now. Shoot, let me put the number up if you can't hear. Excuse me. The number to dial is 818-295-2130. 818-295-2130. Zo Williams Relationship Rehab Hour. Yes, it's rough around the edges. So am I. That's why we're doing this thing today. We're going to hit you hard. We're going to tell you the truth about yourselves. Most people are unhappy people. Most people. Why? Because somebody told us to do things in reverse. Number one, my partner got to make me happy. No, happiness is an inside job. You've got to make you happy. A lot of people are afraid and really uneducated on how to do that. Going inside and accepting the ugliness that they see on the inside. That's a hard thing to do. So they run out and look for someone else. They create a whole network, an interweb of expectations. And when those expectations aren't met, I'm unfulfilled, I'm unhappy. No, you were supposed to meet your own expectations. Right? I know it's hard to do. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Rashid from Atlanta.
Rashid from Atlanta. What up, Pam?
Man, I call your show a lot, but I never give my name, man, because I be airing a lot of people out about their little laundry they used to do. But this right here, I can put my name out there.
All right, cool. Talk to us, man. What's up, Rashid?
Not much, man. I got a loving wife, man. It's just, I was trying to get in touch with you yesterday to read in the cards, man, because I wanted to, like, there's a lot of stuff I got going on with direction in my life. And, I'm trying to put my wife up on a lot of knowledge and stuff, but, she not really hip to what's going on and really not trying to understand too much of it, man.
Right. Well, listen, let me give you a little bit of advice on that side of it. You can only share with those who are willing to receive.
Yeah.
You can only help the willing. A lot of times, in our attempt to try to help our partners, we wind up exacerbating the situation by trying to force an understanding onto somebody. I was telling my son this the other day. I said, man, you could tell your girlfriend whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean your girlfriend is A, going to accept it, B, comprehend it, C, want to accept it. You got to have somebody that's like, yo, I really want to understand what you're saying, and I want to know. Walk me through the process. Now, if you're dealing with somebody that's not ready to do that, you're only going to frustrate yourself by having an expectation that they should do it. You understand?
But that's the funny part. Like, she'll be working with me on some things, and then, like, basically like old boy yesterday, he pretty much, both of us are Libras, and when it comes down to it, just like old boy was saying how his wife would go out there and listen to other people and then come to me, like, I basically had to go into therapy because she's dealing with some things and, I'm there for her. But, like, when I'm talking nice to her, giving her the advice, she's not really receiving it. But when she goes to therapy, they talk to her, she'll have a breakthrough.
So wait,
and I'm
hold
like,
on. Are you in competition with the therapist?
No, I ain't in competition.
No,
I said, as long as you get the information, that's all that counts.
All
I don't
right,
care.
then you don't really have a problem. If you compare yourself to the therapist, because that's what you just did.
Yeah.
Because you're basically saying, he told you the same thing I told you. How come you didn't receive it when I told you? Maybe you're too close.
Yeah.
Sometimes in relationships, when we're intimate like that, sometimes we could be too close to make adjustments. And you need somebody that's a little further away from the situation to be able to reiterate the same thing you said in order for them to accept it. And if you really are team wife, you down with your wife, you on your wife's team, it doesn't matter who she gets that information from, right?
Yeah, that's what I tell her. I said, as long as you receive the information, that's all that matters. I got past that, but it just, the funny thing that is me, I'm like, we constantly have to go through these talks, but when I send you to the therapist, not even just a therapist, she'll kind of get a little bit from some people, then she'll come back to say, oh, you was right, I don't know why I don't listen to you, and I'm like,
wait, stop. You can't keep saying you got past it when you're illustrating how you didn't. You're giving me examples of how you're not past it. Now, that's your work. That's your work. Are you really past it? Does it really bother you? Let's be honest today. You're a man. I'm holding you accountable. Tell me the truth right now. Are you still butthurt that she accepts the information from other people other than you?
No, I don't. I'm not mad, but like I told you, it's just the whole thing, how it goes through, and it takes her so long to grasp the concept. Like I told her, I don't care how she get it, long as she gets it. Even if she get it from somebody else, I done got past that. I'm not mad. I'm just giving you the example of how the situations happen, and it always come back.
See, and I'm coming back to you because I'm dealing with you. Right now, you're dealing with her.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with you.
Yeah.
And right now,
but like,
you're 50-0. You're Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
You have kicked your own ass successfully 50 times. Because you're not dealing with what you're illustrating. You just said, I felt some kind of way. Then you said, I'm over how I felt. But you called in here to tell me that you still really feel that way. If you didn't, it wouldn't be an issue. I mean, at all. At all. Still an issue. You don't see it?
Yeah, it's somewhat of an issue.
Okay,
right.
See, that's all. And that's why I said you're a man. We jump on the women all the time. Women are not accountable. You can't hold a woman accountable. You can't make a woman acknowledge her, and here you are tap dancing, there's a gang of sand on the ground, there's soft shoeing happening, and you not being real. You want to change the situation, you got to be real. Number one, I'm still butthurt. My wife takes advice from other people, and it bothers me. But if you really loved her, and it's good advice that she's getting, and it's the same advice that you give, and she accepts it from somewhere else, at least she got the information. You should be happy with that, correct?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, brother. Appreciate the call. Thank you, man.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Listen, I'm back in here. Hey, this is what I do. I wrestle you to the ground. You try to fight me, I can't let you win. I'm trying to help you. This is the Relationship Rehab Hour. You need a little rehab? Come see me. I'm not a licensed nothing. But I will walk you through the process and show you the folly of your ways. The number to dial is 818-295-2130. Zo's Relationship Rehab on the Global Story Network. That's an interesting name, the Global Story Network. Yes, we all have a story to tell. And I want to know what yours is. Call me right now. You only got a few more minutes to get at me. Well, we got almost 300 people in here right now watching. Let's do it. Caller. What's your name and where you coming from? Talk to me. Did I get it? Oh, here we go. Oh, maybe I hung up on that person. Sorry. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yo, Zo, this is Derek from Chicago.
Derek from the Shy. What up, Pam?
What's going on with you?
All right.
I had a question about my relationship. It started many months ago when we were really rocky, but it's starting to settle down. So I basically got with an old ex, and then this is more so on the astrology side of the game. Like, I'm necessarily, if we were that compatible based off of you always, referencing astrology because I would all.
Well, Scorpio and Leo are compatible. It's just challenging.
Okay.
You guys are compatible. It's just challenging. That's all.
Okay. Because when I Google a lot of stuff, it was just saying that we weren't compatible at all. So, because it basically started off with me just having a little fling with an ex here and there, and then end up until I kind of got into the relationship thing, because I know you were talking about in the Dismount book how relationships are mirrors, and then there's an instance in one of the shows where you were just like, if you're just moving on to other people because things get tough, then you're just basically moving on to another mannequin and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just dealing with the same situation. So I tried to face on that relationship and deal with a lot of issues that I felt like we were having. And one of the biggest issues that I kind of had with my girl at first is, for one, okay, she's pansexual, or identifies as such. For two, she's, I guess, mixed. So that was another factor for me, because it was just like I didn't feel like she was identifying with her black side or being black, and she was kind of blind to the fact, because she's like half Latina, half black.
So she's a Blexican.
Yeah, she's a Blexican.
A Blexican. I'm black and Mexican. That's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Blexican. That's fine.
Okay. But at the same time, it's just like I just felt like her caping for the Hispanic side more so than the black side, and I felt like it was just a lot of vitriol towards her black side. And then, but at the same time, she was open to figuring things out. She had little father issues and so forth. And she was a work in progress, but she's like, we're coming along. She's starting to become open with a lot of things. I guess in her college, she joined like a sorority to get more in tune with her black side. She's like in the Greek life or whatever. I have indifferent feelings about that. But I'm just trying to figure out whether she was the stepping stone that I needed or the cornerstone, and how do you determine that in your relationship?
So let me answer one of the 76 questions
you
posed.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Right. So let's just start with astrology. Leo, Scorpio. Okay. Both of you guys are a part of the fixed quadruplicity. 4 signs that are fixed. That's Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. So you guys would be considered squared, meaning you guys are a part of the same quadruplicity, fixed. You guys are attracted to each other. So there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of heat between you guys. However, being fixed signs, that means there's stubbornness. Leo has an order and a structure and a way, and they want people to fit into the world as they see it, right? That's a Leo thing. I have a place for you here in my kingdom. You will be my duke, or you will be my duchess, right? That's what Leo does. Scorpio, on the other hand, is fixed emotionally. If you get them to feel to a certain level, they're going to expect you to continue to produce whatever it is you did to make them feel that way. Why it's a struggle is because elementally, you guys are opposites. Leo is fire, Scorpio water. Water is emotion and unconsciousness, and fire is spirit. Fire and water are elemental opposites. You see?
Okay.
So there's a lot there that pulls you guys together. You heard the old saying, opposites attract, right?
Yes.
So on the astrology side of the game, that's where you are. Here's the problem. She's pansexual, you said?
Man, and that was the major thing for me. But then when I look at it, because I'm young, I'm 24, but it's a lot of girls in my generation who are just with the she gotta have it, Nola Darling type of, I don't know, they're just sexually liberate. I don't know, it's different. So it's just like, I just felt like maybe that's something I could work with. Maybe that was something I could use to my benefit. I don't know if I was ready for the threesome
Your
thing.
benefit, you greedy son of a bitch.
I know, man. I know. But at the same time, I saw the show with the guy who was in the Oprah marriage thing. I'm not saying I'm ready for that at all. I'm not saying I'm considering that. I'm trying to understand it. I just downloaded his book on on Kindle. So I'm trying to get into that and try to understand that frame of mind. But I thought it was something I could work with. I thought it was something that if I can introduce her to African spirituality. And
so you try to walk in and change her right off the top.
Nah, I wasn't trying to, because I realized you can't change someone. So I'm accepting of who she is, like, because she's, quote unquote, like she says, when she's in a relationship with that person, she's loyal to that person. And then it's like,
but that's
she can see herself.
Okay. Let's stop.
Yeah.
Slow down.
I know, because we're.
I have to stop you with all the contradictions here, buddy.
Okay.
If I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm loyal to them. However, I'm pansexual.
Yes. Okay.
See, this should be the anti-contradiction hour.
Okay.
You can't contradict yourself. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to change her, but I want to introduce her to African spirituality.
Yeah.
Then you're trying to change
her. Okay.
You're 24. She's a stepping stone.
Okay.
Not to say you can't meet a cornerstone when you're young.
Right.
But typically, stepping stone relationships offer you an insight about yourself, and that's it. You move on. A cornerstone relationship is one where you keep finding out things about yourself. That mirror continues to reflect new lessons to you. That's a rare relationship, buddy.
Yeah.
She could have a relationship with a puppy if she wanted to. She's a pansexual.
and yeah, that's real. I mean,
do you see what I'm saying? Like,
and I was really trying to grasp that concept, and I just felt like she was just more so brainwashed by her last partner, because her partner was just caping for the LGBT community and was just like big on the college campus as far as like just being the spearhead for that organization and doing a lot. So I think she just picked up a lot of that terminology and reclassified herself, because she has all these different identities, and she wasn't just sure. And that's why I just felt like it was a lot going on. Like, we had a lot of fights at the beginning, to where it was just like, I don't care, it can be over with. But then as time prevailed, then we began to like agree to disagree, and then we just began to find an understanding of each other to a certain degree.
And that's cool. But let me just tell you, man, be patient. You're young, you're 24 years old, you got a lot of life to live, Every relationship you find yourself in will reveal more about yourself. And don't try to look for the whole story in one person. All right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Thank you for that.
I appreciate you.
Listen, the phone lines are lit. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't have my computer in front of me. That was the one thing I forgot to bring. Then I could monitor what's happening in the chat room. I can't, but I still want you to call me. The number to dial me, or the number to call me. What am I saying? Man, these conversations got me delirious. The number to call, 818-295-2130. That's 818-295-2130. Call me right now. I want to hear from you. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Jess from Dallas.
What up, Jazz from Dallas?
Hey, so my question is, so me and my boyfriend, we've been together almost 3 years, and even though I say it's my boyfriend, he's afraid of commitment. And I'm just not understanding, like, why are black men afraid of commitment? Like, he likes to do his thing.
Baby,
he does his thing.
Baby, can I stop you for 1 second?
Yeah.
How did it go from your boyfriend to all black men?
Well, not all.
Damn. Why are black men afraid of commitment? Damn it. Some but all. You hearing me back there? Some but all. Some, but not all. Some but all.
Hey, mine. Let me just take ownership.
All right, I'm listening, love.
But no, I just don't, I do everything a girlfriend is supposed to do. Hold you down. I don't ask for much. And I still, at the end of the day, it's like, it's no commitment. The best I'm going to get is, well, you're top, you're in the running, you're a leader, or, something like that.
Okay, let me stop
Don't
real
get
quick.
it.
How old are you?
29.
29. How old is he?
33.
Okay. 33 years old is still 10 3 times. It's like a 10-year-old being 10 3 times.
Okay.
Still growing, still learning, still developing, still understanding who you are as a person. If you break it down in spiritual context, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ancients didn't consider a man until they were 40 years old. That's broken down into the 4 planes or planes of existence or planes of consciousness. You have physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. When you're born, you're immediately aware of your physical. From 0 to 10, you're figuring out what you can do physically. You have a 10-year-old kid, you'll know, oh, he's going to be an athlete. He's going to be athletic. I can see it, right?
Right.
And, I got it backwards. It's 0 to 10. That's the emotional space. This is when the baby is crying, and this is how they communicate. They communicate through emotions, right? If I'm hungry, I cry. If I'm wet, I cry. That's the emotional side from 0 to 10. Then from 10 to 20 is the physical side. I know I can do certain things physically. And then from 20 to 30 is the mental side. This is what I think. This is what I understand. This is what I've learned. This is what I'm seeing. And then from 30 to 40, they consider that the spiritual side and thus adulthood. You don't get to be an adult until you have a spiritual context for living. Your guy is 33 years old. You want him to commit to a set of beliefs. Here's the problem. Most women, you included, are dating ideas. You're not dating people. You're dating expectations. You're dating standards and principles. And whenever you create a standard or a principle, there's an expectation at the end of it. So what are you, a behaviorist or a participant in a relationship? I'm expecting you to behave a certain way, Chad.
No.
That's what women do. Come on.
No. I mean, if as a woman, I'm holding it down. I don't date outside of our relationship, and granted, we kind of got like a weird little agreement where we play around together, so it's kind of open. But if I'm doing all that and then you still can't commit, like I just don't get that. Like,
so when he commits, it's gonna be like buying the Rolls Royce off the, when you get the Rolls Royce, it's gonna be like that. The moment you drive for a little while, you're gonna be underwhelmed. He committed. You finally got what you wanted. You put so much emphasis on this. You got it. You rode it off the lot, and now you're like, it's a fucking car. I gotta put gas in it. The insurance is a motherfucker, right? I'm just saying, like, a lot of times we put hella emphasis on something that we want, and then when we get it, we find out that it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be in the first place.
That's true. That's very true.
Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes God gives you what you want so you could understand that it is really not that big of a deal. Sometimes the best way to fuck you up is to give you what you want. You're like, damn it,
that's real. Like, and I get that part, because at the end of the day, I feel loved. I have friends that
Wait a minute.
are in committed
Wait,
relationships.
let me stop you now. Hold on. You feel loved?
Yeah.
And you still complaining?
Because he's fucking bitches all the time. Like,
help!
At the end of
Somebody help me! What is going on?
No. I think you're misunderstanding.
All right, help me understand.
Okay, let me help you understand. Okay, so he has, like, his baby mother. And you can basically say they're still in a relationship. Like, he just wanted his cake and eat it, too. Like, I got my Jess, I got my kids' mom, and I'm going to do what I want to do, and ain't nobody going to get a title.
So, wait, hold on. Let's
free reign to do what you want to do.
Let's unpack it, honey.
Okay.
You decided, right? And you weren't under duress when you made this choice, correct?
No, I was not.
You knew that he had a baby mama with children attached as well, right? You knew this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you made an informed decision to move forward, yes?
Yes, no.
So I'm just going to ask, do you expect them not to be in a relationship? They have kids, for Christ's sake. They're going to be in a relationship forever.
But the type of relationship they have is like, no, we're together. She's almost used to how he acts. So it's kind of like with me being in the picture for the last 3 years, like we all hang out together. It's like, that's him.
Let me ask you a question. How invested is your ego in this little piece, the baby mama piece?
I'm not going to lie and say it's not invested. But it's not 100%.
It don't matter. It's there. It's like, you better not let this man disrespect you in front of his baby mama. I'm telling you, he better rep you right. Is that what you're looking for?
Well, I mean, he doesn't disrespect me. He doesn't.
Sounds like you're winning.
Whoa. Now, you are like, this is not how this is supposed to go.
But it sounds like you're winning. He doesn't disrespect you. You feel loved. You just admitted that your ego is involved. How do you not see that you're the problem in this equation?
Okay, so he got all that going. You basically got two households, whatever, everybody's whatever. Why does he still go outside of all that and still date multiple other women? Like, it's always a new chick, a chick popping up, and let's messing around.
Let's unpack it. It. Sounds like you know about these extracurricular activities.
Of course.
So wait, let me ask.
Okay.
Is he honest and forthright with you regarding these extra?
Okay, so he's honest as far
and
as...
he's honest? Oh, shit. You're winning.
No. I'm not stupid, but you got it. It's not about lying, but most men would be happy with what they got and settle down. But when a chick come at me like, oh, yeah, I've been having sex with your dude unprotected
Oh,
for
wow.
a year or two, and me and
That's
him
big.
don't even have unprotected sex, it's kind of like, what are you out here doing?
He
Like, how are you
protecting
living?
you.
Damn.
What is that? That does not mean that. What unprotected sex to me? That's passionate. That's meant for
It is.
your woman.
I agree. I'm not going to disagree with that. But
And he's sitting here saying, I'm protecting you.
But wait, he is protecting you if he's wearing a condom with you.
So what's wrong with me that I don't get that luxury?
Now let's get into the real meat of this conversation. He doesn't make you feel like you're enough.
Exactly.
There we go. There's the meat.
We also had the conversation.
Let Zo finish talking.
She said, let Zo handle his now. But it's true. It's true. You're making her feel inadequate, bro. I mean, at the end of the day.
In the beginning, we had a conversation that we didn't want no kids right now. This is the same thing that she's even said. So I don't know.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You don't get to interrupt. Because you can't contradict yourself. You guys had an agreement that y'all don't want no kids, but you out here fucking people raw. What are you doing?
Thank you.
What kind of contradictory agreement you got going?
We're only talking about one woman that she's talking about that's wrong. And even then, that was never my idea. Let's just say that. It was a mistake, but it was never my idea.
But him and the
What?
girls messing
Wait,
around
hold
for
on.
years.
Let's wait, honey. Let's unpack this. It wasn't your idea to stick your dick in a girl raw. You done forced me to do this to you now. I'm going to have to impale you with this penis. What?
Seriously, it sounds retarded.
Come on, man. Okay, look. Let me.
You haven't had a girl that want to have a baby like you.
All right, look, let me stop you, bro. Bro, let me stop you. I have to, because we got phone calls, and I want to get to this real quick.
Okay.
The bottom line is this, bro. She sounds like a good woman. Sounds like a solid woman. And at the end of the day, what you're doing sounds shaky than a motherfucker, and she's still solid. Do you get what I'm saying? To me, that lets me know she's down with you. Right? So she's asking a real question. Why is it that I'm solid, but you not? That's a real question that you got to answer, bro. You being all over the place, setting contradictory rules for how you engage, but at the same time, she's staying down and she's staying solid. She's basically saying you're making her feel inadequate. Maybe she's made the wrong decision in choosing a man like you. She's solid, but you're not. Why can't she get some of that solidity from you? Can you answer that right now?
I mean, but she do know. I mean, I can't really explain the whole. It's more than what she just telling you. So it's a lot. But I do understand what you're saying.
Sounds like fuckery.
Yeah, I agree, though.
Sounds like fuckery. You're going to have to answer this in a real way like a man. You're going to have to be like, look, this dick got to be in the streets. I love you, but this dick has a responsibility to the streets. That's what you got to say.
But if I know you fuck around, at the end of the day, you out here fucking bitches raw.
One chick raw.
For 2 years.
It only takes one to kill somebody.
Thank you. And you protected me. That's the excuse. And that's understandable because I don't want you out here bringing me nothing back. But at the end of the day, unprotected sex is a passionate exchange.
It really is.
Meant for something that's the one.
Unprotected sex is like kissing, homie. I don't kiss everybody, man. I don't give everybody cunnilingus. It's a passionate. It's something that you do and you really feel somebody. You know, let's take this condom off and jump off the cliff together. It's that kind of
But see,
situation.
we done done that, but see, so we done done that before. But then we both was like, no, we
No,
can't do
because
that, we don't want to have
so when we had unprotected sex, it was right after we came off of me finding out about him and her having unprotected sex. So I felt like he started doing that with me to kind of make me feel like, oh, I love you.
Did it work?
Just as much or whatever. No, because I felt like, don't try to fuck me raw now. You weren't doing it before.
Because I felt that you had a problem with it when you didn't in the beginning.
Oh,
So you
well.
told me you had a problem with it when we already had understanding that we didn't want kids.
So let me just say this, brother. Hey,
Then
bro.
Then we should have talked about that too.
Bro, let me just tell you this real quick, and then I got to end this call.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If you're uncertain, she's going to be uncertain. The woman reflects the man.
Yes, sir.
If you're not solid, she's going to stop being solid, or she's just going to stop fucking with you.
One.
So you just got to keep it real. If you value her, if you appreciate her, you see the quality in her, she's already shown you that she's down for you. You got to really question yourself, you know, am I doing myself a favor by treating her the way that I'm treating her? Would I want somebody to treat me the way I'm treating her? Would I want somebody to treat my daughter the way I'm treating her? You got to really put it in perspective and like put it in context. Like, you know, because listen, tomorrow's not promised to anybody, and you want to be around somebody that really values you. And if you doing shit that makes her feel like she's not valued, I mean, really, having unprotected sex, even if it's just with one person, is putting her in harm's way. All right? So you really got to consider, you know, your course of action and why you do what you do. All right?
Thanks, though.
All right. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Relationship Rehab is on fire today. Damn, the phone lines is cracking. Listen, if you want to get in, I got maybe one or two more calls to take. The number to dial is 818-295-2130. Relationship Rehab on the Global Story Network. Zo Williams is live. I'm talking to my chat room. My YouTube page is popping. Apparently, people can hear me now. We got a new show over here. The author of The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. The author of The Holographic Relationship. We got people calling in from all over the country. The number again, 818 is your area code, 295-2130. Call me with your relationship issues. I'll deal with them right now. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
What's good, dog? This is Seattle again, bro.
Seattle again? What's up, Pim?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's happening?
Man, I gotta talk to you again about this abortion situation, bro.
Okay.
So, before abortions came into existence, before Planned Parenthood came into existence, black folks, we was making kids, we was averaging 8 to 12 babies on average.
Yeah?
How much you think the white woman was having on average?
I don't know. You got the facts?
I got the facts. They was having like 5 to 6 at the most because their bodies can't have that much to the point where their lives become, threatened. It becomes endangered if they keep having babies at a certain point.
Okay.
The black woman can have much more. So that was really the reason why abortions came, why Planned Parenthood came into existence. And the thing is, you talk about.
Hey, bro, your phone line is jacked up, man. But I do hear you. I hear what you're saying, but this phone line is real bad. Call me back. I'll pick up the line.
You hear me better? You hear me better?
No, it's like a glitch in the system right now. Just call me back. I'll pick up.
All right.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Oh, you're gone. Caller, hit us back. I know this is new. It's a little sketchy. Let's see what happens. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, this is Tasha from Dallas.
Hey, Tasha, you sound like clarified butter. What's happening, baby?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Already.
Yeah, tell me what you want to talk about.
Okay, so I'm in this situation.
Okay.
You said a while ago that when you ask for something, it's given to you to see if you really want it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been single 2 years, not doing nothing, taking my time, losing weight because I was a big girl, getting myself together, cut your hair, brand new start. all that was blue. So I finally get back out there in the dating scene and asked for basically what I wanted. I said I wanted a man that was caring, understanding, supportive, all that. Went and got him. Well, he came to me, or whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But now his representative has stepped down, like you say, and he is no longer being the person that he was in the beginning. I'm a Capricorn. He a Scorpio. I work all the time, just work. But he doesn't have the same hustle that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So that causes a problem in the relationship because I'm like, okay, if you put more effort into what you do, you can make more money. We wouldn't have to struggle.
Well, you're going to struggle anyway, so let's get that together.
Okay, we can struggle, but not struggle.
Listen to what I mean by that. Okay, Jay-Z and Beyonce is an aberration. That's not something that just happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Claire and Heathcliff Huxtable were characters on a fictional television show.
Right.
So you're going to struggle anyway. If you're black in America, you're going to struggle anyway. So that should just be in your mindset. We're going to struggle.
Okay. So we're going to get off the financial issue then. So he has a problem with how hard I work or the length of time that I work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in your pocket for you to be sponsoring me. I'm a hard worker. I'm going to work. I'm going to get it myself. I ain't never had nobody give me nothing, so I've always been a go-getter.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like that. I picked up another little part-time job. I have my main job. I have a part-time job, and then I have another little side job that I be doing.
Mm-hmm.
He always complaining, well, you don't give me time. You're not romantic. You treat me like I'm a task. And I'm just like, bruh.
Wait a minute. The man wants romance? This is big. Go ahead.
He wants romance. He does. He's a Scorpio, so he's very romantic. He's sexual and all that. But it has gotten to the point where he bitches like a female, and I'm like the dude. It's like the roles are reversed. And it's really disheartening when I get off of work and I come home to somebody with an attitude.
Did you
like,
read?
Damn,
let me ask you a question. Did you read The Relationship Dismount?
No, I have not. I haven't had time to do anything.
I understand. Would you say that your hustle is man-like?
Well, I have student loan debts. I have a high car note.
You gotta get it. I get it.
I gotta get it.
You gotta get it. But that ain't what I asked.
Well, okay. Sorry.
Is your hustle man-like?
I don't think so because I still want him to be the man. Like even though you're not.
You're missing it, honey. You're missing it.
We'll break it down.
You out here hustling like a man. You grinding.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
And the reflection of that would be a feminine principle. Yo, man, you said, is bitching. Yeah, relationship is a mirror. You got the opposite of what you are. Maybe so you could see what you need to work on.
But I don't have time for the argument.
Listen to me now. He might be pointing out something in you that you might need to see. Maybe you could be a little softer. Maybe your high car note and all your student loan debts has hardened you.
Yes.
Maybe his job is just to point out the fact that you might need to soften a little bit. You never looked at it that way, did you?
No, not really.
You saw him as a bitch.
Man.
When he was trying to reveal the bitch in you.
I'll be there. But, it's like, dang, it's like we stay into it. He don't get it wet no more because I'm always mad. Like, it's not like, it's like we wasting each other's time. We've already came to an agreement that we need to separate, but it's like he tries to remedy the situation, and it's like there's no remedy. We've reached our climax, but I don't know.
I will say this for you. Be careful of what you put into the universe. Whatever the thinker thinks, the prover will prove. You ask for him, God gave them to you, and now you're complaining about what God gave you. God gave you what you needed. Listen to me now.
He's not grateful.
Listen to me. In order to have what you want, you must first learn to want what you already have. And in this case, what you asked for. You don't want to take no responsibility for this?
I mean, I take responsibility, but I didn't know it was going to be like that.
You supposed to get exactly what you want, huh?
Right. I want to still be able to go to work, get off, go work out, come home, chill, let us have our time and then start it over.
Relationships are not designed like that. This is not The Sims, where you just build a reality on a fucking computer. That's not what this is. Relationships are designed to reveal what's wrong with you. Yeah, you didn't like that.
Yeah, I feel you. I understand.
All right, so here's your exercise before I let you go.
Okay.
I want you to identify 5 things that your current partner has revealed in you that needs to be worked on, that are relationship repellents. We've already identified one, your hypermasculinity. You're like a dude out here in the streets with toxic ambition.
But I'm sweet, though.
You sweet if the bills are paid.
But I pay the bills.
That pussy get wet if them bills paid, huh?
Right. If I ain't no struggle, if I ain't got to go work 3 jobs, it'll be home waiting for you.
So money gets your pussy wet.
Waiting on me.
So money gets your pussy wet.
No, that's not one thing. I mean, it's one thing that does, but when you are upset about how I get the money, then it's an issue.
I think
somebody's trying to stop the money.
I think God's trying to tell you somebody. Yeah, I think God's trying to tell you something, honey, with the guy you got.
I have unexpected. He's giving me. He's not meeting my expectations, like you say. I guess I have unrealistic expectations of him.
Well, you're dating your expectations and not him. He's there to show you something about yourself. But you're going to be hard-headed. I can sense it in you. I would make you bend the knee. I would fuck the shit out of you.
Bend the knee?
I'd be broke, too. I'd come in broke and fuck the shit out of you.
No, don't be broke.
I would be broke and be like, listen, on your way back to the house, pick up some Captain Crunch and some chocolate milk, okay, baby? No, I love you. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. But I'm telling you, there's a lesson there.
Baby.
All right, honey.
Come down here.
All right. That was crazy. People want everything just gift wrapped. He's supposed to work real hard. He's supposed to do this and that. You don't even know how society is set up. Black people don't have bread. You see how these people calling in? He got to have hustle. Hustle as a prerequisite for a good relationship is toxic. He has to be a hustler. Okay, just think now. In order to be a true hustler, there must be lack. If you have it, there's no need to hustle. Okay, just caller, you're on the line.
Hi.
You got to turn your life down. I can hear me in the background.
It's toxic.
Sorry.
That's all right. Who are you? Where are you calling from?
My name is Jay, and I'm calling from Maryland.
What up, Jay from Maryland?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm calling because I have a long situation, but I'll keep it short. I'm married and I'm separated, and I'm caught up between the relationship piece as if I'm not sure if I need to work out my marriage because I don't know how to put it. We have a lot of miscommunication when it comes to our kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed some advice on that because, we're kind of caught up in this middle ground when it comes to that.
What do you mean when it comes to the kids? You guys have different approaches, different ways of...
We have different approaches. The communication is totally different. So I'm just trying to figure out, is it going to work with that big piece that's important?
All right, so let's identify your communication style. So typically they say there a few different styles. There's collaborative, cooperative, competitive, combative, and avoidant. Now, no one style is a monolith, and no person only has one style. You kind of morph into all of those styles depending on the situation. But what is your predominant style of the styles I just outlined? Are you collaborative, cooperative, competitive, combative, or avoidant? Hello? Are you there? Did we lose you? Did we lose her? Is she gone? Caller, are you still with us? She probably felt that ass kicking coming. She's about to get that ass whooped. Call me back. You listening to the Global Story Network, Relationship Rehab with Zo Williams. It's going down in the town. People been calling. How long have I been on? Over an hour, you think? This is good, huh? You like this, huh? I told you I was going to be fire. Oh, an hour and 30 minutes. This is great. The number to dial, 818-295-2130. Call me right now. I want to hear from you. I wish that lady from Maryland would call me back, too, because I was about to get in that ass. I was about to bust that ass. Again, when you're dealing with kids and you're co-parenting, the parents have to be on the same page because kids are very intelligent and they know how to play parents against each other, right? The only way to become an effective communicator in relationship is first to identify your own relationship or your own communication style. I wonder if this is our caller back. Caller, you're on the line. Caller?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, who is this? Who is this?
It's Aubrey.
Aubrey, where are you calling from?
Inglewood.
Oh, this is Aubrey from Inglewood. What up?
Whoa. So,
whoop.
I just wanted to know, how do I recognize when I've learned my lesson. I'm ready for the shit to be over. But I still want to be friends. But this motherfucker, every time I try to have the conversation like, you've learned your lessons, I've learned my lessons, let's move on, we can still be cool. It's like, the world is ending for this nigga. And I'm like, look, we're not exclusive. We've been fucking around for some years, but basically, it's not even that I want to fuck other people. It's just that I don't want him to feel so attached to me.
Okay, so 2 words. I got you. 2 words. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Cold turkey.
Ready. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's what I was thinking, like.
Cold turkey.
But I'm not going to change my number and shit. It's just, I just got to cut him off. All right.
Yeah.
That's mean, though.
Well, listen.
I don't hate him.
You don't have to hate him. What you have to do is create separation for yourself, though. And you have to let him know, hey, we keep boomeranging. We keep coming back. This is not something that I want. And I'm going to step off for a little while. You're not going to be able to contact me. You have to reduce the amount of access he has. Cold turkey.
I hear it.
All right?
Thank you. Yes.
All right, baby girl. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. This shit fire. Relationship rehab with the wacky doctor. Yeah, I know my methods are unorthodox. You've never been cursed out by your rehab specialist. But I'll curse you out. I'll fight you. You understand? I love this new format, man. On the Global Story Network, Zo Williams Live, Relationship Rehab. We're talking right now. People have been calling in for about 90 minutes, hour and a half. I want to get one more caller in. Whoever calls next is going to get the best, worst relationship advice they've ever had. Call me right now. The number to dial, 818-295-2130. I'm waiting for your call. But when I do that, as I'm doing that, I'm going to go back to that point about communication. A lot of people don't understand communication. They'll say, oh, communication is the biggest aspect of relationship, but they don't understand the subtleties of that particular discipline. First, identifying your communication style. Collaborative, how can I help? Cooperative, right? We're doing this together. Competitive, one-upmanship, tit for tat, kitchen sinking. What is kitchen sinking? Oh, well, you bring up one issue, and as a means to avoid dealing with that issue, you throw in everything, right? You throw in all of the problems that you had the whole time. Then you have, we said competitive, cooperative, collaborative, and then there's avoidance. Avoidance creates conflict because you try to sweep it under the rug, you try to ignore it, and to me that triggers what I call the volcano effect. It's not about tolerance, it's about acceptance. You can only tolerate something for a certain amount of time. Most people can only tolerate things for a certain amount of time, and then they pop. Avoidance leads to that. So someone with an avoidance communication style would probably need to confront whatever it is that they're avoiding, right? God, I got to talk to this guy about how messy he is. The toilet reeks. It's a homeless toilet at the house. He's got to clean it. I don't know how to approach him. I don't want to hurt his feelings. But as you're procrastinating, there's urine crust building up on the toilet seat. Right? It's just turning into a cesspool, but you got to say something. How do you say it? Well, just like you don't whoop a kid when you're angry, you don't try to engage this conversation when you're disappointed or frustrated or upset. What you do is you come to them and you say, look, when I lived by myself, stories always work. When I lived by myself, I prided myself on having the cleanest commode in the apartment. My commode won awards. It meant something to me, right? You attach some kind of meaning to it, and then you say, look, I need your help. You don't blame, you claim. I need your help in maintaining this commode because I've entered us into the commode sweepstakes, right? You have to come with creative ways to present what it is that you're trying to as aggressive. They come across. So whenever that happens, people's natural defense is to beat a show. I was freestyling right off the top of my head. I didn't really have a topic, but we created one. I appreciate you all for chiming in, tuning in. It was great. YouTube fam, we appreciate you guys for calling in. Hey, we'll be back soon. All right? Thank you. We signing out. Deuces.